So, this morning, I want to touch on something I stumbled upon recently. A great philosophy, a great philosopher. You see, as you get older, you start to dive into these realms of thinkers. You start to go down the paths of the Socrates, the Nietzsche, the Jung, Ellen Watts, if you're a real G. But it wasn't until I found the wise modern day Elijah Long. You see, he speaks in a way of the retard. Because when you truly look at life, and you truly look at who's living it right, it's the retard. It's the downy. It's the autist. These are the ones who are happy. These are the ones who are living it. And when you really look at the thinker, the man who thinks all the time, you realize, I don't want to be this motherfucker. Look at Nietzsche. Does Nietzsche get bitches? Look at Socrates. Okay, now Socrates was a G. I take that one back. But when you think all the time, you have nothing to think about but thoughts. For what is the purpose of a thought? A thought needs a purpose. A thought is to understand. So to think about life means you don't know how to live. For a thought must be preceded. Sorry. A thought must be followed by an action. If a thought is not followed by an action, or if a thought does not lead you to understanding, then a thought has no purpose. And a thought is gay. To be a retard is to understand this. To be a retard is to understand that there's nothing you need to understand. Just be retarded. I've followed many life philosophies as the nerd loser I once was. I went down every path. Nietzsche, Jung. I pondered, what is this? What is this world we're living? What is this life? And I turned gay. I turned into a thinker. But it wasn't until I found this philosophy. The philosophy of retardism. To be a retard. To live life like a soldier, a warrior. You don't need to think. You don't need to go up to go, oh, what I say? You just say, hello. You just say, hi. That's all that needs to be said. You don't need to think. The second you think, it becomes difficult. What do I say? Oh, what if she doesn't like me? What if this job opportunity, what if this business opportunity fails? What if it's hard? But it's not hard. Life's not hard. It's the thought that makes it hard. Life's actually really easy and really simple if you're a retard. And since I found this philosophy, this great mind, I binged his videos, and I truly understand that there's nothing to be understood. But there is. if you decide to be. But who wants to be a thinker? Who wants to sit in their room thinking? It's gay. It's truly gay. And since I found this, so I've been working on this AI project. And I've been stuck for months. I did the route of the thinker. I moved to Thailand. I locked in. I thought, I'll smash this out. It took me months. And once I started to follow the path of the retard, what I had spent months working on, I finished in a week. Because I stopped thinking, and I began acting. And when you begin to act, all of your problems disappear. They don't disappear entirely, but they disappear from the mind. Of course they still exist, but they lose their importance. You become retarded. And as you begin to act, as you begin to crush problem after problem, one by one, you can't fix everything at once. It's ridiculous. As gay. As you begin to crush action after action, problem after problem, the problems, the solutions appear. You attack the problem, whatever this may be for you. For me, they're ridiculous little problems that didn't really exist. As you begin to crush a problem, and as you begin to move to the next, and the next, and the next, the solutions pop out of nowhere. They just appear in your mind. You don't need to think them, they just show up. And the problem with trying to think out the entire plan, the problem with trying to solve every problem before they show up, is you don't have the tools. You don't have the tools to solve a problem 2 months out. But if you solve the problems of today, there's some unskippable dialogue there. Where was I? As you begin to act, you begin to become retarded. You'll start to realize your problems disappear. For your problems, some of them may be real, but for the most part, they exist within your mind. And as you start to tussle through these problems, you start to act. You quickly realize they're not very big at all. Because if you have to search for a problem, and it's not much of a problem at all. You see, as you begin to act in life, as you become retarded, the problems come to you, you solve them, and it becomes quite easy. Life's not this difficult task. See, I fell into the mind frame of the modern man, the Andrew Tate mindset of work, difficulty. Bro, life's not difficult. Life's not work. Life's easy. Every job you do, you want to do it. Every task you complete, it's what you want to do. This mission you're on, you chose to be on it. When you shift your mind frame from I need to do this, you don't need to do anything. You just go home and jack off if that's what you want. But you want to. You want to be working. You want to go to this job to make some money. It's not difficult. It's not hard. In the world is a way of making you feel small. It's a way of crushing you down. But when you reach the retarded mind frame, you get to say fuck off. You just say, I don't give a shit. I do not give a fuck. You gain this ability to not give a fuck. I unlocked this power to talk to any female, to approach anybody, to act without thinking. And as I pondered further, I began to realize God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it loves retards. It blesses retards. To think, all you're saying is, God, I know better than you. I know what I need to be doing better than the path you've laid out for me. I know more. You don't know more. You're an idiot. The retard is the genius. For the retard knows everything that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think, I need to figure out what's gonna happen. I need to know. But you'll never know. Life will hit you with problems. Life will hit you. I heard this proclamation, if you will, from a monk recently. He said to his students, when you're walking down a path, you're carrying a cup of coffee, and some guy shakes you spill your coffee. And he said, my students, why did coffee spill out of my cup? And the students said, because the guy shaked you. And the monk said, nah, you fool. Coffee spilled from my cup because coffee was in my cup. Coffee spilled from my cup because I didn't have water in my cup. And this might just sound like stupid monk talk, and maybe it is. But what I implied from this is that the world is gonna shake. God is gonna test you. You're gonna be shaken. Now you can try to go through the world avoiding being shaken. You can try to go through the world ensuring a problem never hits you. But it's gonna happen. If you tried, you know. For to be a retard is to carry water in your cup. And what I mean by this is that when the world shakes you, as it will, you don't spill coffee. You don't spill your problems out. You don't spill this energy of, why is this happening to me? You carry water. When the world shakes you inevitably, you say, oh shit, that sucks. And then you move on. You just drop it. And I'm not sure if that made much sense. It sure made sense to me. And I don't really give a fuck if it made sense to you. Retardism. And as you start to journey down this path of being a retard, you realize it's really not that deep. It is what it is. What's done is done. In life, you see it through a whole new gaze. Gaze of easiness, simplicity. what took me months of procrastination, of planning, but I crushed it in a week from being retarded. I didn't think. I just started doing shit. And as you start to do shit, shit starts getting done. So, to apply this to your own life, that gym membership you've been planning on getting for weeks now, months now, that vape you've been planning to quit, that hustle you've been planning to start, bro, just start. It's not difficult. It's really not difficult. Just walk into the gym, get the membership, just walk up to that girl, say hello. Maybe she says, "Ooh, you're disgusting, fuck off." Maybe she does. But then you just walk away, you just fuck off. Who cares, bro? It's not that serious. It's not that difficult. Just start that hustle. Just watch that YouTube video. How to day trade. Yeah, you'll probably get scammed. Yeah, you'll probably meet a fucking idiot trying to sell you their course, TJR. But who cares, bro? Because now you've done something. Now you've tried. Now you're step one along the journey. It's better than sitting in your room scrolling on Instagram. It's better than sitting in your room and jacking off to some incest porn. Fucking stepsister bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with that? That's fucking disgusting. Moving on. You can ponder. These Jews, the Vatican, they're controlling us. Bro, you're gay. They don't fucking control me. I have free will. And you can say, "No, you don't, because the Jews." "No, you don't, because it's cause and effect. You're just born in this world." Bro, you're gay. You're super gay. I have the free will to tell you to shut up and that you're gay. No, I don't care. I don't. And you're gay. And I'm a retard. For retardism, it's the secret key. It's that thing you've been looking for. Every man, you search for a purpose. Bro, there is no purpose. There's no purpose to life. Life's just life. The world just is. We just are. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. It's difficult because you make it difficult. There's a purpose because you give it a purpose, which is a beautiful thing. The world's a beautiful place when you're retarded. Have you ever seen a retard? Have you ever seen the light in your eyes? The joy. That's what you want to be. You think it's a difficult thing you have to work for. No, it's not. You just be retarded. It's quite simple, actually. And have you ever seen a retard in action? Have you ever seen a guy who doesn't think, and as the girls just flock to him? Girls love retards, bro. They love a guy who just does things, who just acts, who doesn't think. Thinking is a feminine act in and of itself. Men are warriors. You really think the men in the trenches of World War II were thinking? Sure, maybe they were. They're thinking, we're gonna get bombed, we're fucking dead. But I think what they were primarily doing was acting. They were warriors, soldiers, men. you, your struggles, your difficulties, they're laughable. But yeah, I'll leave it there for today. Just be a retard, bro. Life's not hard. It's not.